Noah's who was turning 22. It had been advertised on party was for a female friend of Noah's who was turning 22. It had been advertised on Snapchat, even containing the address, so quite a few people were expected to attend. Noah drove himself to the party on Saturday and by all accounts enjoyed himself. He did text his family member who was at Rocklahoma and express regret at not going with them, but it doesn't appear that this put too much of a damper on his attitude at the house party. After spending Saturday at the birthday girl's house, Noah returned home Sunday, probably to freshen up and take care of any outstanding errands or just check in with his grandmother, with whom he lived. Also, Noah's car was leaking from the oil pan, so it sounds like part of the reason to return home was to leave it there so he wouldn't have to worry about it. There are two stories about what happened next. The first is that one of Noah's friends picked him up from his house on Sunday, but took him to a truck stop so he could grab some food from the Sonic there. Oddly, the friend who took him there says he left him there and Noah was then given a ride to the party by the birthday girl, who had to come pick him up. The other story is that his best friend picked him up from his house and took him directly to the party, leaving him in the driveway. Either way, Noah was back at the party on Sunday and, according to those present, was very much enjoying himself. There were videos from the party showing Noah and his friends doing guy things like the slap game, where two people try to slap each other across the face as hard as they can. Just macho, drunken teenage guy things. There was also video from the party of the guests playing classic party games such as beer pong. With all the drinking going on, some issues were bound to arise. A confrontation happened between Noah and his best friend. Noah had been in a corner with his best friend's girlfriend and apparently they had their backs to everyone else while talking. The best friend took exception to this and an argument ensued. Luckily, it did not become physical and they made up shortly after, but this event with the best friend and his girlfriend is important for later. A second confrontation occurred between Noah and a 16-year-old guest that did become physical. The 16-year-old accused Noah of hiding his phone, although the reasons why he thought Noah did it have not been stated. During the argument, the kid fishhooked Noah and Noah returned the favor by biting his finger. It seems like the other people there were able to defuse the situation and the kid's phone was found underneath another guest who was sleeping on a couch. As the day went on, things continued to become crazier as the people at the party drank more and more. At one point, girls at the party started signing their names on Noah's torso and buttocks, writing things such as "Noah's hot," and drawing a cartoon penis on his rear end. Noah and the best friend he had the argument with even drove a John Deere Gator UTV side by side around the property, but stopped when Noah scrapped his hand, almost flipping it over. Some people even say that Noah was tossed from the UTV, but he was checked out by a nurse at the party and she said he had nothing to worry about. Another event worth mentioning is that the birthday girl seemed to have a crush on Noah. Noah realized this, or was told this, and while talking to her about it called her a fat nap. I assume that they were close friends and this is just a drunken teen being a drunken teen. An odd thing to mention is that this girl's mother, who also lives in the home, had told Noah's family that she believed Noah wanted her sexually. Whether this is true or not, I have no clue, but it seems a very weird thing to say to the family of a 19-year-old your daughter is friends with.
Here are some video clips from the party.
Come on. Yes, come on, Shady. Oh! Damn.
This range, I will fucking. Dude, I'll just beat the. Kyle was not the best me.
Like, I'm actually I would just rather, you know, I don't know where.
No, you slap me. I slap you.
As far as I can.
I do trust you. It's just. See, I wasn't gonna hold.
Which one?
Yeah,
We got
You
it.
see my wiener?
Country Pimp. One-on-one. Mike Tyson.
I know.
So here's where the mystery comes in. Early Monday morning, September 4th, 2023, after 2 a.m., the guests say that Noah was upset about something, and that it might have had to do with sleeping in either the birthday girl's or her mother's bed. One of them either heard or saw Noah attempting to sleep in their bed and demanded that he go on the floor. This apparently upset Noah so much that he said he needed to go out for a walk, completely drunk. Very early in the morning, the guests say Noah was wearing his best friend's shorts. We'll get to his clothes later, and could only find one of his shoes, so he grabbed another shoe lying around the house and took off out the front door. The house had a half-a-mile-long driveway that then went out to US 81, a major north-south highway that runs for 1,200-plus miles through the central US. At 3:41 a.m., a friend of Noah's posted a weird Snapchat, a photo of a girl at the party smiling, with the caption, "Well, Noah's missing." This was the last Snapchat posted by any of the partygoers after days of constant videos and pics. Round 5 a.m., a semi-truck driving along US 81 saw something he believed to be a body lying on the shoulder of the road. After driving past, he became concerned and turned around to confirm what he saw. By the time he got back, 2 other vehicles had stopped in front of the lifeless body of Noah on the shoulder. He was completely naked, wearing only two mismatched shoes and curled up in a fetal position. He appeared to have blunt force trauma to the back of his head. He had small scrapes on his left shoulder and left hip, and his fingertips on both hands were reported as being shredded down to the bone. Noah's front top and bottom teeth had also been knocked out, and they were found scattered at the scene. There was no blood found at the scene, other than a small amount around Noah's injuries. Very concerning was the fact that there was no writing on his body anywhere, not on his torso and not on his buttocks. The shorts Noah was wearing were found folded up next to him. The people at the party said they must have been knocked off when he was hit, which obviously does not make sense. Round 6 a.m., with the police already notified by the people who found Noah, all Snapchats, social media from people at the party was deleted. His friends and acquaintances at the party say they have no idea what led up to his death, and they were unaware of it. The police did not search the house because they said Noah wasn't found there. They did eventually conduct a mass interview with all the partygoers. During this interview, Noah's best friend's girlfriend, the one that led to his first confrontation, told police she had never met Noah. She had wiped her phone so completely that even her boyfriend's number had been deleted. When the guests were asked about Noah being naked, the girls said they gave Noah a shower, but Noah's mental state at the time, whether mildly drunk or completely inebriated, has been an area of dispute among the guests. Some say he was joking around and being himself while being showered. Other accounts state that he was barely conscious. Noah's clothing he wore to the party that night has never been located. Police were told that after Noah showered, his clothes were dirty, so he wore his friend's shorts. There is a rumor that his best friend's father found Noah's shirt from the party, which was then cut up and distributed to the party attendees as a memento. In addition to this event with his shirt, there is also information that his best friend's father had some of Noah's teeth in his pocket. He stated he accidentally picked them up from the crime scene. It's worth stating that this particular individual has been on Noah's family's Facebook memorial page for months, arguing with others on there. Just very odd behavior from an adult father whose son's best friend died mysteriously. But on this same topic, none of the partygoers or their families have ever visited Noah's family to express their condolences. Never once. Since Noah's friends and others at the party said they didn't know what happened, the police had their work cut out for them. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol obtained a geofence warrant covering a 1 to 1/2 mile radius round the party house. What they found was a bit disturbing. Round the time it is believed Noah died, 2 phones were traced as having left the house, heading to the location of his body. After briefly staying there, the 2 phones returned to the house. People at the party told a private investigator hired by Noah's family that they went out looking for Noah in the UTV gator that Noah and his friend had been on earlier. If they had really done this, they would have found him since the phones were at the spot Noah was found. It has not been released who exactly this was. Also revealed when police searched phones was a video of the birthday girl and her sister on their front porch, screaming at each other about Noah leaving the party.
His report also detailed extensive injuries to the teen's upper body, including 10 broken ribs, serious skull, neck, and spine fractures, internal bleeding, brain and organ damage, and cuts and grazes all over his body. The autopsy also revealed air in both his cranial cavity and spinal cord, extremely rare conditions only caused by massive head trauma. The family has heard rumors that a golf club from the set in his best friend's truck may have been involved, but nothing else has come of this. The family has engaged with a private investigator who didn't cover previously unknown information and gave that to the police. They have also said that there is much more which has not been publicly released, and that the search of the phones did uncover good information. Also, according to the family, some evidence has been covered up or lost, and that the day after the party, the birthday girl's house and property reeked of bleach. Despite this, his family says good things are going on behind the scenes.
Hi, you guys. So, you guys are not going to believe this. Shout out to Kyla. She came up last night and was really, really cool. She was from the area that we were discussing in Noah's case, and particularly, she sent me some juicy information today, and that's what we got on the screen. So shout out to Kyla. What? Okay, so I'm gonna kind of give a play-by-play as it comes up on the screen, and when I say play-by-play, I mean I'm gonna read the messages. So what we have here is a conversation posted by someone named Joseph, and they had a very, very long conversation, several different conversations with Jack Newton. Yes, that is the quote-unquote best friend, and boy, did he have some interesting things to say. And my spidey senses are like ting-a-ling-a-linging. So here we go. We're going to get into this crazy conversation with Joseph and Jack. And here we go. Okay, so the conversation starts with Joseph sending a message to Jack on May the 2nd at 4:05 p.m. I heard about Noah's death and prayers for you and his family, and I hope faith and peace be with you guys during this horrifying time and experience. And if you need anything, I'm always here in support going forward. Then Jack responds and says, "Thank you, man. That means more than you know." Then Joseph says, "My tribute to Noah I posted." He said, "Looks good." Okay, you guys, for obvious reasons, like, you can tell this guy's, like, you know, trying to butter him up, and honestly, like, y'all can read it, that's why I'm putting it there, but I'm just gonna read Jack's responses, because that's what we're here for, let's just be honest. So, Jack says, it was either the Texas kids or the semi-driver. None of his friends or the girl he was seeing would ever hurt him. Okay, can we, like, sit on this for a minute? Say what? Okay, then next we have Texas, or this is what Joseph says. The Texas kids, could you explain a bit more what that means? He said, I was there, but I went to bed, says Jack. Then Joseph says, you said you think it was the Texas kid or the semi-truck driver. Do you know if anybody was following him when he left? Jack says, I think the semi that called him in, I think his mirror hit the top of Noah's head. Or the Texas kids offered him a ride and he jumped out of the back of the truck. I can 100% guarantee the only ones from the party that could have had anything to do with it were the Texas kids, says Jack. Joseph says, your girlfriend knew he was missing around 3-something. I wonder who else knew he left and what they might know. Jack says he just said he was going to cool off. Joseph says, did the police investigate the Texas kids and or the semi-truck driver? Jack says, yes, she just told him he couldn't sleep in her bed because he messed with her friend the night before. And no. Jack says, yeah, she just told him he couldn't sleep in her bed because he messed with her friend the night before. And no, by the time he walked off, everyone had left except for the Texas kids and like our close friend. And apparently some other girls were there that left after Noah did, but I just heard about that, so I'm not sure, to be honest. Joseph says, no one followed him, do you know? And the Texas kids, did they have names? Jack says, no, the cops already have their names and addresses. I didn't even know them. But after he was gone for a while, everyone went looking for him. They said, but knowing Noah, I bet he was kidding and didn't let anyone find him. Joseph says, how far from the party was Noah when he was found on the side of the road? And who discovered him? Jack says, yes, he did. He couldn't find one of them. And the accident was how bad? The UTV accident. Yes, he was dang over a mile. And it was a UTV with a roll cage. There was several people on it. No one was hurt. And the semi driver found him. And I called his boss, which was super weird. Jack says there was only one tooth. Joseph says, I'm thinking, did by accident? And Jack says yes, because he was missing hair on top of his head. You could only see 2 injuries on him, and it was his forehead and the top of his head. Neither one of them were like everyone was saying. The semi driver said he saw him and turned around and then came back and turned around. It was just super weird. Jack says, I'm really thinking the semi. I'm thinking the semi hit the top of his head with the mirror, and the mirror. He said, what do you mean? He looked like he was just laying on his side. And Joseph says, when he left the party, what did he have? Did he have any clothes on or shoes? Jack said he had shoes and just some wrestling shorts. And he had just got out of the shower. Joseph said the shower. Sorry about that. Being distracted by a little troll. That was weird. There'll be no quitting. None of that pussy shit. Thank you so much. Anyways, back at the barnyard. No, I was supposed to do this yesterday and got sidetracked with the spirit box shit or the squawk box shit and didn't do it. So we're down to business today, bitches. Just kidding. Not really. Alright, so back where the other me left off. I do want to add to, let me turn this down so it's not weird. So something that Jack says, that y'all know how I am. I be going back and rewatching stuff, and then stuff be like clicking because I know different stuff, and just it hits me different. It's always good to go back to the beginning and refresh yourself. It's all well, anyways, it's good for me, so it's gonna be good for you because you don't have choice. So, anyways, something that I noticed that stood out to me different this time around was that Jack says, okay, I went to bed about 2. Well, we know that's a lie. Okay, but besides the truths in a lie, like, we're just going to get into the. Okay, so I was there, but I had just went to bed, says Jack. He says, I think the semi that called him in, I think his mirror hit the top of Noah's head, or the Texas kid offered him a ride and he jumped out of the back of the truck. I can 100% promise the only ones from the party that could have had anything to do with it was the Texas kids. He said he was going to cool off. Okay, well, if you were asleep, first of all, according to your lie, Jackie, how do you know the state of mind that he left in? Just curious. Okay, and then he makes the comment that he couldn't sleep in Avery's bed because he had messed with her friend the night before. Okay, and apparently that friend was Logan, and when he says messed with, apparently the only thing that happened was they fell asleep, like they were drunk and passed out together on the floor. Just like sleep next to each other on the floor, nothing happened besides that. And apparently Avery's response to that was she told Logan, "You're lucky that y'all didn't do anything or I would have killed y'all." So, there's that. Okay. So this is where I had to get my notebook out again. So he says by the time he walked off, he being Jack, everyone had left except the Texas kids. First it was boys, now it's kids. Okay, so just pay attention to verbiage because it tells more than the bullshit that he's trying to says. So then you have the fact that he makes this weird ass statement that is why I'm rewinded it and came back, because all of it's weird, but this is the most bizarre right here. He says, like our close friend group and apparently some other girls that were there left when Noah did, but I just heard about that. So I'm not sure. Okay, well, weren't you there? How the fuck would you? Okay, anyway, moving on. So then they asked him if somebody could have followed him out. And Jack says, no, the cops already have their names and addresses. I didn't even know them. But after he was gone for a while, everyone was looking for him. They said, but knowing Noah was just kidding and didn't let anyone find him. Okay, I don't even know where to start on how bizarre of a statement that is. So are you speaking third party? Who's they? Who's everybody? Because apparently not everybody, because you didn't go, apparently, but yet your fucking phone says otherwise. What are you talking about? Weirdo. So then he says, did he have on shoes on? Did he have different shoes on? He said, yes, he did. He couldn't find one of his shoes. And he said it was like dang near a mile. Then he says, how bad was the ATV accident? Jack says it was a UTV with a roll cage. There were several people on it. No one was hurt. And the semi driver found him, and I called his boss, which was super weird. Well, what the fuck? Okay, so who's his? First of all, what? The guy that called 911 that nobody knows who it is, this mysterious mystery person that still to this day, 9 months later, has never been named. Only thing we know is he drives a semi truck for OPA, but yet Jack called his fucking boss? Okay, what the fuck are you, what, how does that even come about? Hey, dude, I called 911, but can you, like, pat my back, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, and let me go, can you call my boss for me? How'd that fucking conversation go? Like, that's just a weird thing to say. Like, did you have to tell your boss you're gonna be late? Like, when you wanted to, what the fuck? I have so many questions about that. And for some reason, it didn't hit me the same when I heard that shit the first time.
Why and what time? When did he call his boss?
Right, because and who's his boss? And what'd you say? Because you had to call and say, "Hey, I called for such and such." So Jack knows who the fuck it is.
So this is the guy that I keep saying that everybody mentions, but nobody ever says his name.
Right.
Nobody.
Apparently, Jack knows who it is because he called his boss.
You all do.
I just wonder how that conversation went. Like, did you have to call in and tell him he was going to be late, or like what? Why would you have a stranger, wink, wink, that's supposedly hysterical at this stage in the and what's going on, call your boss for you? Is that supposed to get you like a fucking vacation day or something? I don't understand.
Right.
Or is it because of his name? Oh, hey, this is Caleb Newton's son.
Why is he calling the guy's boss and the guy don't call his boss on his own?
Right. Like, I mean, fuck, he couldn't even call 911, but you could call this guy's boss.
Right.
Or was his boss Bub?
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, I don't understand why would he even be willing to admit to that?
Yeah, why would you? This is another one of those things where, like, that kid's saying too much. Why are you saying all that shit to say what? You're saying all that to say what? Like, he's saying
right.
This, you're saying,
and he even says it was super weird. In his words, I quote.
Yeah, bro,
he says,
it's super weird that you fucking call him.
Right, and it's super weird that you're talking about it.
Mm-hmm. Why? What in? Okay, let's try to just like think this out. If there's any kind of logic to it,
right?
What would be the purpose of calling this man's boss? Why?
Like telling him he's going to be. Is he going to be late for work? I mean, I don't. My exact point. Exactly. Like, what exactly are you doing that's going to be benefit you making that phone call? Like, I don't understand.
Was it benefit anybody calling that man's boss? And then
like
coming up with the end of the thing, and it was it's super fucking weird that you would even say you called the guy's boss.
Unless there was damage to the truck, and that's the truck that leaves, and maybe one of the trucks did hit him.
There's that.
But maybe it was an intentional. Okay, what if there was two semi-truck drivers? Okay, we're playing the what if game here for a second. Okay, and what if the first two sets of people, as far as the semi-truck and the service truck driver, were somehow in relation to this family? And what if they were trying to make this look a certain way? And what if the second truck driver came and fucked that up because they couldn't run this kid over in front of another vehicle, another bystander?
Right.
Because it would be a whole lot easier for them if Noah had gotten run over on that highway.
Correct.
Regardless if it happened after he was unalived or not, that wouldn't have. They probably wouldn't have even done an autopsy, to be honest, if he'd have had any kind of tire marks. They'd have just, it'd have been wham bam. He was drunk, got ran over, wham, case closed.
100%.
So that second truck driver, the one that actually called 911, not the. Yes, and turned around and came back.
Mm-hmm.
Probably soiled the plan.
Yeah, it would sound like this would be a good theory.
Because Jack didn't call 911 at this point, and neither did the 4 other adults that were there, plus the truck driver. And I think the truck driver, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion and my speculation based off of my own research and just my, just from what I've taken, I think that same truck driver that soiled the plan is the same one that took the video.
That's very possible. But again, why is nobody mentioning that person's name? Is it maybe it's because they all knew that maybe he had this video and
or the fact that he probably, you can tell by body language and the way somebody's a body, how they're reacting to something, if they're going to, if they're on board with what you're doing or if they're like mortified and against it. They probably knew by the way this guy looked or just was not participating that he was not going to corroborate their story. So it'd probably be in their best interest to not bring his name up or to have people going to interview him because he's not going to tell the story that lines up with theirs.
Right. Like,
that's why Tyler Hardy came in hot.
Right.
Because his story lines up with theirs. And you notice, they're not too big on sending the police towards anybody. They didn't look how long it took them to talk to Caden. And that's only because Caden pretty much had to, aggravate them enough to getting an interview because they were not interested in his statement at all.
Right.
He's offered his phone, his videos from Snapchat. They were not interested in any of it because it did not corroborate what the other little fucks were saying.
And the reason that would be is because they want to keep the narrative that there was, if this video is true, that none of their people took part in what may or may not have happened to Noah.
Oh, I think this was way before they even had knowledge of a video because the way that, from my understanding, the way it was described to me, the way the video was recorded, it wasn't like he was standing there recording it. Like, it was very discreetly and secretively. And when people would look at him, like the camera would go up towards the sky, like real quick. And then whenever they would look away, then the camera would go back down to like recording. So it's a very, it's on the low, like they're not just standing there, with their phone out recording. It's done in a discreet manner that I don't know until it was talked about that the people in this video were aware that it existed.
Right. Well, I would imagine that these people wouldn't.
I mean, they know now because law enforcement's known about it for a while, and I'm sure if they're as corrupt as I think they are, I'm sure it's gotten out to them from them.
Here's my thing: if law enforcement did know about this video and then they went and corroborated this video, this turns this case into a murder investigation. They would have came out and said as much.
No, but that's not what they're doing. Seems like they're trying to
double down.
Mm-hmm. And if anything, they're probably trying to get to the source of it so that they can snuff it out. Wow. But there's too many people that have talked about it publicly that they know about it and have seen it. There's no way they can snuff it out now, and I think that's why.
Not really, because all anybody's saying, really anybody could say it's just all conjecture. They got in a group and they said this, and this, and so we'll all just say the same thing.
Yeah, but Stevie and all of them fuckers going radio silent at the same time this talk of the video coming out. I
Yeah,
don't believe in coincidences.
neither do I, but I'm just saying.
They're fucking panicking.
Yeah, I honestly think if they're dead silence right now, they're on the way to Gusto. They're out of there.
Because they haven't, that Stevie for sure has not kept her mouth shut this 9 months about anything. And I swear to you, it's been probably the better part of 2 weeks that I've seen her comment on anything or say anything.
Now, Stevie, for one, she had said that she was at the party, and
Then
then
she said she wasn't.
she wasn't, right?
Right.
But then where did the information that came that Stevie had said something to the family that Noah wanted to bang her out? Where did that come from?
She said it.
Stevie?
Yeah.
Why would
I
she
think I
say
have
something
it.
like that?
She said it wasn't real, that it was being misinterpreted, that she said it to Noah's sister.
How can you misinterpret that? I mean, to me, it's like, yeah, you probably banged them out.
She said something about being talking about Avery being a stepdad or something, and oh ha ha, like how funny it was, and like it does not even completely process like how inappropriate it is, and that how inappropriate it is to be saying that to his sister like after he's died.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. Like that's fucking super weird.
Yeah, I mean, it was very bizarre. So similar to the Murdoch boat case.
Did we ever figure out what kind of chain that people were talking about that was broke? Was it are they talking about the chain like his necklace chain or like a chain?
That's what his sister said. It was his necklace that was broken into 3 different pieces.
Okay.
Hmm. I didn't see this. The fuck is this? Shaden. I am the blonde girl. Oh shit. I am the blonde girl. Noah was asking to be slapped because he couldn't feel pain. I didn't just slap him out of meanness. He was doing that the whole night that I attended. That also wasn't even the night of his death and was the only night I did attend.
Could that be shady?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's her.
Oh,
That's the first time I've ever heard her make a statement.
right.
Bizarre. Better late than never, I guess.
Does that say 27 days ago?
That's when the Reddit was updated, but I don't know because it'll just go to the thread. Like I don't.
Oh,
That's how many. Her commented on Facebook post today, said she was there that night. Deleted. And someone else. Shaden lives quite a distance from the party, maybe 2-hour drive. Did she have a boyfriend at that time? Texas boys. Noah is licking her face in the photo. Travis updated his profile pic September 3rd, tagged himself. He was there in that same shirt, same hat. Yeah, that god awful shirt. God bless.
What the shit?
I don't think anyone knows. He's a friend of Avery and Carter's. He partied at the home before. Blah blah. What time did Mikey leave? Mikey was never in a mental institution, but that he was actually hanging around all the people from the party until recently. Do we know for sure Mike Tyson's name is Mikey Lair? Can anyone confirm? I can't confirm, but that's a good point about his name. That could be a red herring. Can you find anyone by the name of Mike Lair? Fletch. What is this? Comanche High School, class of 2025. RBDT, running back. What's DT, defensive tackle?
Yeah.
What's D7? Is it D7 significant in football somehow?
I don't know.
Why are there only these videos of Noah? Blah, blah, blah. Georgia was KP's cousin. This was posted on Facebook. Jody Combs is 100% one of the Texas boys, even though he's a grown-ass man, and Travis is definitely hiding some, no doubt. Where's your proof? Blah, blah, blah. That sounds like something Stevie would say. Oh, wait. May I ask who is your child? So I for sure was picked. So one girl for sure was picked up by her mom. I hate when people delete shit. It makes it look like they're talking to themselves. Similar to Murdoch boat case. Yeah, no kidding. Found Avery James Butt signature. It's definitely Avery Joe, not James. Well, yeah, we get you. The first driver. See, that's not the first time I've heard that. So, being two different truck drivers and two different service truck drivers, but the service truck wasn't a service truck. It was a Tyler, or anyway, it was a F. According to this, it was a F-150 or F-350 or some one of them 50s.
F-150.
But the truck that Caden says he saw, he described it as having a toolbox, like a toolbox with a crane or something on the back of it. It was very like
Could have been a
descriptive.
pipe cutter because his dad or Caleb owns a plumbing business, right?
Correct.
It probably was a pipe cutter. I think he might be thinking of a pipe cutter. A pipe cutter.
Yeah, but he knows Caleb. He would have recognized him.
Oh.
That's what makes me think that it was Jason or one of the whoever would have came with Bub, you know?
Right.
And who's to say Bub wasn't driving it? Bub had to get there somehow.
I thought Bub was the volunteer fire guy.
No, Bub. Okay, there was 4 in that video. There was 2 plainclothes, a deputy sheriff, or a deputy that was in uniform, and a firefighter that was in uniform. Bub was one of the plainclothes people. So Bub was there in his just normal clothes, a plaid shirt, whatever normal clothes is for him.
Right.
And then there was another plainclothes person, a firefighter in uniform, and a cop in uniform.
Right.
And that was, we don't know the time, but it was sometime before daylight, so anytime between 4, I guess, and 5:15.
Right.
Sounds to me like they had already been on the midst of a cleanup or whatever they were doing whenever Jack came running in, bursting in, and woke them up.
Yeah, and
And
that
I think that was an act anyway, because I don't know why Brylan and Mikey would have been sleeping anyway, because I think them little shits were there too.
right. So that that's I was should say like that strikes me as odd. That why would he just come in, burst saying that shit, and then be like, "Oh no,
Run off.
I can't leave him alone."
Right. And then run. No, yeah, but according to Caden, he didn't even go in the house. So that whole shit that Avery says is bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's almost like it just, like a freaking stage act. Like, oh my, can't let me just pull dramatics. But it worked because it got Caden woke up in a hurry, but then as soon as Caden gets there, he comes and tells him to leave. So what the fuck?
So
I think it was to involve them enough to where they would be scared to talk because they seen enough that in his brain, obviously, or whoever he was taking directions from. Oh, now you're not going to tell because we've involved all of you. Just like I think that's why the whole fucking shirt thing happened if it happened that way.
well,
Now we're all
question
guilty.
of why would Jack? Okay, so if other kids took part in Noah's death,
Unaliving.
unaliving, then why would he have to do that? Who would he have to um, fake this
Caden.
thing to? The only person. Oh, you wouldn't have to do that. You would have to just say, look, man, he's, I don't know, unalived on the side of the road.
But it worked because it got Caden up in a hurry, panicking and coming back thinking, oh my god, thinking that Noah just got hit by a car, because that's how it appeared at that time. And then he comes back and starts cleaning up beer cans and shit because he didn't want anybody to get in trouble for underage drinking. So in a sense, it worked to Jack's benefit.
Right.
Then Jasmine's mom comes and gets all the guns. It got everybody in fucking gear to start, in motion to start finishing the rest of what he had started. And I think he thought that, he being Jack, thought that would have kept everybody's mouth shut because of their role in the cleanup. And Caden didn't care. He still talked and still said, hey, this is what I did. And this is, but it's not, they're lying. That's not what happened.
And here's the other thing too. So, if this thing, this ATV thing rolls over and Noah is hurt, and how some of them say, oh, he was half conscious. That's why we had to shower him, and the other people are saying, oh no, he was fully aware. Why would you have to shower him if he was fully aware? And if he was half conscious, you know what I mean, and you showered him, how did he just walk out of the house?
Right. So was he so drunk that he couldn't stand up, or was he not that drunk? And then it's weird, like, why couldn't he shower himself?
Mm-hmm. So he's so drunk that he can barely stand up. How does he just end up walking out of the fucking house and end up with that? Now, then you flip the other side, and it's like, okay, why would he need anybody to shower him in the first place? He's not drunk, whatever. Again, why does he walk out of the house?
Right.
But with this one, it's like, I'm pretty sure he would have let people know that he was just going to go for a walk, because that's what they said. Remember, this is something that he does. What made him so upset that he needed to go for a walk? Just because homegirl wouldn't let him sleep with him?
That doesn't make sense either. Unless Okay, now we have to factor in that there's a video that the police have retrieved that Robin has talked about several times, which is Noah's aunt, about Avery and Carter standing on the front porch screaming at each other at the top of their lungs about Noah leaving or whatever, just about Noah, like freaking the fuck out. And this was at like 3 something.
So it's at 3 something, a little bit before Yasmin makes the Snappy Chat thing.
Noah's missing, which makes me think that Noah and Jack had tied ass for the 3rd time, and it got serious, and everybody was so drunk or sleeping that there was nobody to break it up or whatever, and it got out of control.
Right. Nana Lee makes a good point. Why didn't Jack Newton just stay with Noah and call their friends back at the house saying, hey, I just found Noah on the fucking side of the road, unalived. Y'all need to get over here.
Because he had to do the whole dramatic thing.
Right. Why would he have to leave, come in? Oh my God, I can't.
Because he was probably already doing something else. He was probably getting rid of something like the golf clubs or the hat or whatever, He was probably doing a double check to see if there was to make sure that there wasn't anything left behind that they were going to notice.
Right. I can't leave him with people that don't know.
Yeah, but that was just made up because he didn't even go in the house. He ran in the door and went right back outside, according to Caden.
Right. That's very odd thing.
It's hard to not think that something happened with that side-by-side Puff Muffin, considering that was the first thing that he got rid of.
And the truck.
Right. That was way after, though. Which makes me think that whatever happened that had way more to do with the side-by-side than is being let on, and the cleanup probably had more to do with his truck, and that's why he got rid of both. But the side-by-side going first, and the fact that the only thing that everybody keeps talking about, besides Caden, because Caden's the only one whose story is that it acts like he doesn't remember anything about a side-by-side. That tells me that whatever happened with the fucking side-by-side happened in that short little window that Caden was asleep from 3 or 2:40, should we say, to 5:15. And apparently, remember, even Stevie said, oh, they even went and showed where the accident happened at, supposedly showed the police at. So where the fuck is this?
Right. Where are the pictures? I mean, this would be a crime scene photo. So where is the crime scene photos? Or where's just
allegedly, there's a photo somewhere that somebody took on Snapchat. I don't know who or who's seen it, allegedly. It's being alleged that there is a photo that has a 2:42 timestamp on it, or with shows the side-by-side flipped over and shows Noah with his nose bleeding. But there was no further description, like was Noah conscious? Was he standing? Was he next to the side-by-side? Was he laying next to it? Just that's all that I've heard.
That could mean anything. That could mean, okay, it was, now you say flipped over, or was it just on its side?
No, like it was upside down.
Okay, so it was upside down. Jack could have came out and punched him in the face. What the fuck, man? Bang.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's somebody that Stevie is saying that was on the side-by-side with Noah when it crashed, and they're the only ones that had any injuries, and it was a busted lip. And it was whoever this person was. Well, I just a person, we don't know who it was, male or female, and just that, but that's what Stevie is throwing into the mix.
Right.
And saying that the mark that's on his back that you see in the video where him and that Brylan kid are messing around, it was a strawberry from the side-by-side accident.
Strawberry fields forever. Now all of a sudden we got the Beatles involved in this shit.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
These days. Strawberry, yes, yeah. That's classic.
Okay, so we got the boss thing, called his boss, super weird. Now, and then Jack says there was one tooth. Okay. Well, your daddy had the other one in his pocket. Did y'all not talk that over before you opened your mouth?
Only one tooth now.
And then he said he was missing hair on top of his head. And you could only see two injuries on him. And it was his forehead and the top of his head. Neither one of them were like everyone was saying. The semi driver said he saw him and turned around and passed him again and turned around. It was just super weird. Funny you say that, Jack. He had shoes on and some wrestling shorts. So now he's corroborating what Caden says. Because that's exactly what Caden said.
He had shoes and the wrestling shorts, right?
Yeah, the black shorts, not...
It was Jack's wrestling shorts, right?
No, the black wrestling shorts were Noah's. It was the white shorts that were folded up, that were Jack's. He had just got out of the shower. So, was he showered? Did he take his own shower? Like, what are you saying?
Right.
Pick one and stick to it. He said, but then whoever this is talking to him said, well, they said when they found him, he didn't have shorts on. And he said, I know. They were just loose-fitting shorts, but I'm still not sure. So that tells me that Jack probably wasn't the one that took him off. It was probably the ones that are on video seen doing it. Hello.
What does he mean?
Jack wasn't in that video.
No.
He only had one shoe on, too. So who put the other shoe on? And did you put that shoe on purposely to try to make it look like Caden was involved because you knew that Caden would not lie for y'all?
Or just because
that's a theory.
Involved.
Or exactly, just because he was the only one that was sleeping and ultimately didn't participate in the peer pressure.
Right.
All I know is whatever happened to him happened on that road. The tooth, his necklace, you could see where his head hit the ground. What?
You could see where his head, like, how do you
know his head hit the ground unless you've seen his fucking head hit the ground?
Yes. You could see where his head hit the ground. That would mean there's an indentation.
That he hit his head on the ground. The tooth, his necklace. He knows it's his necklace.
Now, isn't it like what's getting further away? Is it the shorts or is it the teeth and the necklace?
And the blood spot.
Right. So now we call it a necklace. They're calling it a chain. What is it? Is it a chain or is it a necklace?
Well, his necklace was a chain necklace.
And it was white?
But the reason why they're saying white is because if it would have been gold, they would have described it as yellow. Like, it's just the way that the medical, like, the examiner describes it because it, they wouldn't say gold or silver. Like, they use color so that silver, because if it was a silver necklace, they said white. And if it was a gold necklace, it would have been described as yellow. That's the way, from my understanding. That's what I heard his aunt say anyway. That it was just the terminology that the MEs use.
Right.
And it was in 3 different pieces.
Yeah.
And it was with the tooth, pretty much. The molar tooth.
That's like the very back, right?
And listen, I don't know if y'all... That is not just coming out.
Mm-mm.
And I mean, and the hair didn't have any roots or anything attached to it. It was just the hair. So make that make sense.
Like he was scalped.
But the hair that was on his butt cheek and in the middle of the road didn't have any of the scalp tissue or any of the roots attached to it. It was like it was cut.
Afterwards?
Or if it was pulled out, it wasn't pulled out from the scalp is what I'm saying. Because it didn't have the parts of the, the tissue and all that it would have if that was the case.
Right.
And we don't even know at this point if it's Noah's hair. I'm just saying. We don't.
It doesn't need due diligence to say it's a botched job of an investigation, but
Right, just like we don't know that blood spot is his blood either. Just saying.
the lack of everything.
He says, when I went to take the polygraph, I explained to the detectives the semi deal, and they said they were going to look more into it. But I'm 50-50 between the semi and the Texas boys. So now it's went from boys to kids to back to boys again. And because they pulled the footage off of the store, okay, well, now we know, thanks to anonymous source, that the store at that time was owned by the Jefferson County Sheriff himself. So why fucking wonder? I mean, I don't doubt you have to get a warrant for your own fucking building.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Oh, but he's sure done sold that shit since then. Ain't that fucking funny?
The property?
No, the store.
No,
The mini mart.
I mean, like, yeah, he sold the store.
Yeah. He still owns 2 other stores in, I guess, Duncan and Ryan, but he sold that one. Go fucking figure, right?
So let's sell the ATV and my truck. Let's sell your store.
The mini mart. The fucking property. We're gonna lease this bitch out for mining.
Right.
Not weird. Not weird at all.
Anything that might have any kind of evidence,
Gone like the wind. Avery got a new car, new truck, whatever.
Fuck.
Jack got a new truck. Nothing wrong with the other truck. It's just sitting there.
Right.
Because, she's got so much money, she don't have to sell her vehicle to get another one. She just gets a new one.
Right. Like Puff Muffin says, F him with this polygraph bullshit because they're not admissible in court anyways. But just
I don't believe he was really given one.
I don't think so either, because it's just an odd thing to say, oh, you were the one that called 911? Oh, yes, officer, I was.
But he wasn't. But he wasn't.
Yes, I will.
He wasn't the one who called 911.
Exactly. But that's
so it's weird that if that's the case, and we humor this and play devil's advocate for little Jackie Poo for a second, if that was the case, that would mean that at some point in this investigation, which is fucking, they said that he was being untruthful, if nothing else.
Yeah.
So why are they giving information to you if they don't think you're telling the truth? Make that fucking make sense, Jackie Poo. The math ain't mathin', my guy.
And the spell ain't spelling, that's for damn sure.
Oh, God, don't get me started on the fucking spelling.
But they've changed their narratives quite a bit.
So, yes.
So, and that, if anything does happen in court, it's going to be like, that goes to their character. They're not truthful about things. First it was this, then it was that, then it was this. If they're going to testify or whatever against whomever or against themselves, I don't know, whatever. It's going to play in court that way.
Right. Okay, then we got Jack. Now listen, we read that statement that other kid makes about Mikey last night. Well, listen to the verbiage, okay, and see if this isn't oddly similar. I know no one intentionally hurt Noah. Everybody loved him. Noah was north of the house, Texas is south. If something happened with them, it was accidental.
Again.
Didn't intentionally.
No one intentionally hurt Noah. If you don't know, then you don't know. You can't make that assumption.
Right. And why do you feel the need to keep saying everyone loved him?
Exactly. Why do you have to back
Overkill. Overkill with words again.
Well, okay.
When you could just say none. You don't have to say that.
So like in interrogations and stuff like this, they would say if you believe in like body language and this kind of thing. And when you watch it, it is kind of true. they'll ask a question, right? The interviewer or whatever, and say like, was there blood on the street? And there was blood, but Jack is trying to say that there is no blood, right? And he'll say no, but his head will say yes. And this is just an example. I'm not saying that this is what he did. You know what I mean? But in situations like this, like the body won't lie. You know what I mean? Like the mind will. But
So now he's like, why are you texting my fiance?
Reason I bring that up is that because this is what they're doing. They're telling you nobody intentionally meant to hurt Noah because we all loved Noah so much. It's almost like an admission of guilt without saying.
Right, and it's a minimization, it's a way to try to distance themselves from the brutality of it and to try to minimize their role in it.
Because we loved him so much. Don't you understand?
We could never hurt him intentionally. Right.
Yeah, I could never do that to him.
Not intentionally, but on an accident, that's a whole different conversation. He's like he's baiting the hook already.
Yep. Like I say, just let him talk.
So then he says, why did you text my fiance? And then he's talking about the Texas boys and says, one's name is Peppa, I think, or something like that. And I think they all graduated. And this person says, before you answered me, I was trying to reach out to others that were there. He said, well, don't text my fiance again. But what's wrong with our police? This person says, yeah, they still don't know. That's why. So I reached out to someone on to make this go national. And he said, after I did that one interview, they told me not to do any more. He said, it's probably a cover-up, unless this is the person talking to Jack, said it's probably a cover-up. And if they don't start to get serious and give us some answers, I'm going to let this go to national attention. He said it's already been to national news, and it ain't no cover-up. I talk to them all the time. You talk to them all the time, eh?
Right. About what? You already gave your statement. You already passed your polygraph. What do you have to talk to him about?
Then he says, but I know none of his friends or the girls would hurt him. Well, weren't the girls his friends too? Why would you have to separate his friends and the girls?
Okay. So, I was just talking to about this. If we've noticed, a lot of the pictures where Noah's with the like all the broads or whatever, where are the other dudes?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when there's quite a few pictures where he's just with the chicks and shit like that, right? But there's no other dudes in the pictures with him and the chicks.
They seem to be all in the background, like mean mugging.
Right? It's almost as if, like Puff Puff was saying, they're distancing themselves from him. Let the girls and let him think he's having a good time, right? And let him get distracted. So when he's distracted, I'm just theory, whatever, as he's distracted or whatever, at some point in time, I don't know, get down with the posse. I'm not sure.
Or that could have just been Noah in his natural element, in the way that he is really, and he's just macking on the hose, and that is what brought it to a head because somebody got big mad.
Right, but as many as those pictures, I mean, you would think like he'd be with some of his homies at some point in time where he's taking some of these pictures.
Well, you see the picture of him and Jack in the bathroom, that's it.
Almost looked like they were fucking banging each other. But that's just a fucking odd photo to take in the bathroom. Did Jack give him the shower?
Apparently it was you know who, Carter.
Who would that be?
Who you mean? Shut up. I just had to change my shit for privacy. I'm changing up my voice and all, if you can't tell.
So you're saying it was Carter that gave him the shower?
It was
And Jasmine.
And Jasmine.
That's what I was gonna say, because there was a post or a comment that she had made saying it was her and Jasmine, and then they said that they weren't even they were just there to hold him up. They said they weren't physically showering him, just enough to hold him up to where he wouldn't fall in the shower, and allegedly someone else got in the shower with him, another dude. Allegedly.
Yeah, that was supposedly Brylan.
Allegedly.
So they wrote on him with permanent marker, correct?
Yeah.
That was the night before, but yeah.
Yeah. So
and he still had some of it on him the next day too, though.
Right. So
because the black shorts video is the night he died.
Right. Mm-hmm. So that's not going to come off quite easily, right?
No, because there was two different writings on him. He had Sharpie on him, and then he had the white, which is like a window marker, like car window marker.
Oh.
That's the shit that's on his chest from, that kind of looks like icing or whatever.
Silver Sharpie, because you could see where Avery wrote her name on his ass cheek, and it was that same Sharpie, that silver looking, and it was a Sharpie for sure. It wasn't no.
And then they're trying to say that he had Sharpie. No, it's not. It's like window paint. It's not dry erase. You know the shit I'm talking about that you can write on your windows for baseball games, softball games.
Are you talking
it's
about
like
on her vehicle?
Yeah, but those things.
Where it said, I see.
Where it said birthday girl.
Gun, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
I got you now. I got a little lost. I just now hit the live.
Slacker.
I bet that Puff Muffin. I bet they did do a shower, but it was for cover up. I'm just saying.
Well,
or they hosed him off on the porch.
Well, that's
allegedly.
Allegedly, that makes more sense to me than fucking getting this kid in a shower.
Because somebody said when they came back and started cleaning up beer cans that the porch was soaking wet, like it had been hosed down. So there's that.
Maybe them hoes were just that wild.
Maybe they sprayed him in the side-by-side down right there up underneath that carport.
There was a lot of hoes there. Oh, sorry.
Hoes from different area codes.
For real. There's some hoes in this house.
In different area codes.
Yeah.
Need pasta and lots of something on the roster.
So yeah, I mean, it just to me the porch would make way more sense than getting him in a shower.
Kaylee, did you see the screenshot I sent you earlier of that dispatcher getting fired after coming out on that anonymous post?
Jigga?
What anonymous dispatcher post? I mean,
Go
the one with
on your Facebook Messenger at my messages. Remember when he said, "I passed by the body, blah blah blah," the anonymous poster?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, well, that supposedly was the first day. Yeah. He was a dispatcher?
Yeah, and got fired after releasing that post. I sent you the screenshot of where Jefferson County is looking for another dispatcher. It says 17 hours ago at the time I sent it to you. So it's been less than 24 hours still. Just go look at your messenger.
I'm sorry. How do we check the phone number?
Hold on a second. I'm checking my what?
And the truck driver.
I got us.
Ulrich.
Caden said he'll come answer questions.
When?
Come on.
I just now seen the
I
message.
back him. Come on. I back him.
She said, hey, do you have a live tonight? Caden said he will answer questions, but just for your group.
Cool.
Sorry,
I'm
I
gonna
missed
send
that.
a link
Come
to
on,
you
brother.
too.
What? There was like 4 people talking right now.
Don't feel bad, Puff Muffin. She don't read my shit for over a day at a time.
How are you? What is you talking about, fool?
Puff
Puff
Muffin's
Muffin
all up
said,
in your
yeah, it was 3
messenger.
hours before she read it yesterday evening. And I was like, yeah, don't worry.
How you did that? How you done did that? That shit ain't funny.
Smoke signal much.
Smoke signal, my ass. Alright, let me send this shit to Caden.
I'm good, real good.
I don't got no damn message from you, girl. Hold on. Opening in Messenger. What the fuck? That is not. Okay. That's weird. What the hell happened to this guy? Okay.
What had happened was,
Facebook doing some weird ass jinky shit.
oh, you see, what's his name was up on the Senate and shit, right?
Who?
Zuckerberg.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Yo, he was getting roasted.
I don't understand what is happening here. You getting roasted?
Mm-hmm.
I'm roasting in alcohol.
What was it? One of the Senate dudes. He's an
Pull
older
up that
dude.
screenshot I sent you.
Yeah, I'm happy. No. This is weird.
Yeah.
I'm weird? Thanks.
Yeah, well, yeah, you duh. That's besides the point.
Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you and your Twizzlers. Get out of here.
Oh, fuck. You don't talk about Twizzlers, bitch.
She's like, don't disrespect my Twizzlers.
Yeah. I'll fucking blow a gasket.
I sent you a whole fucking package. Treat me nice.
Well, listen, I get them in 5-pound increments, so you're gonna have to get your muscle up. I like you to sends them to me 5 pounds at a time. I'm serious.
Fumblers asking to either yeet somebody.
What?
Yeah.
Who?
Looks like a new person. He said, "Don't talk about my cousin's Twizzlers."
Oh, he's talking about Kyla.
No.
Who's talking about Twizzlers?
Fumbler said, don't talk about my cousin's Twizzlers like that.
Yeah, he's talking about her.
Suck my balls, Mr. Garrison. Suck my balls, Mr. Garrison. What did you say?
You're a fucking idiot.
Right there.
Hey, if I wasn't an idiot, this live wouldn't be fucking funny.
See privates.
Well, you know, besides the serious parts, obviously, because it's not funny, but you know what I mean. I bring a little light to it.
Shut up, Eddie. I'll eat your ass for that shit.
Eddie, I love you. Mwah.
Fucking red vine. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
That's disrespect in these parts.
I don't.
Motherfucker.
It's okay. I mean, it's possible. They could be.
I don't know how the hell to use this shit. Figuring
Probably
it
somewhere
out.
being gay, twin mama.
Where did she go? She rage quit. She's like, I gotta
Probably
go
somewhere
to
being gay.
to some.
Sorry. Oh, who's that? What'd you do? Fall off? What?
You
Oh,
breaking
no, so much for being fucking anonymous, you idiot.
You can only see half my face. You know how many motherfuckers is blonde around this bitch?
Yeah. So much for being half anonymous.
Hey. I don't have a car. I
You
don't have
dumb.
nothing. How they gonna fucking do anything?
I wasn't even talking about that, you dork.
Well, I was just saying, if I don't have a vehicle, how they gonna find?
You not having a vehicle doesn't mean that they can't find you.
That's why I'm hiding the whole background, if you didn't notice.
She's a motherfucking rice.
Right?
I really don't care at this point because, I mean, if you're gonna threaten me, you better have some real motherfucking backup.
Right?
No, listen, you don't understand. I have over 100 motherfucking people that would come down here right now if I was threatened. That's the difference. It's like, it's not like I'm out here going, oh, this person for sure did it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can't.
I'm not out here going, oh, this person did it, this person did it. And when I say allegedly, I say allegedly for a reason because it's not true. It's just rumored.
Not that it's not true. It's rumored.
Well, a lot of it is rumored, and we don't know the whole facts just because of based off all the bullshit on social media.
Right. Have you seen Melanie yet?
No, I wish I would. I'd fucking whoop her ass. She owes me a motherfucking tire.
Oh, that's right, huh?
Yeah. When she ran me off the road that day and I was screaming over live, turned out I had a nail on my tire for like almost a week and didn't even know it. It just leaked so slow I didn't notice.
What if she was trying to warn you?
Bitch ain't gonna warn nobody. I've whooped her ass all through elementary school, so why would she fuck with me now?
Damn.
Literally, she, like, when we was teenagers, she was trying to follow me. I ain't gonna lie, I was going to, like, you know, a fucking crack house because I was doing bad shit at the time. I've been sober for 6 years, but
fuck my life.
Besides the point, I was doing some bad shit and she kept trying to follow me. I mean, she was literally telling me walking through town. And I turned around and said, bitch, get out of my motherfucking way. And she took off running.
What? You said, bitch, give me my money.
No, I said, bitch, get the fuck out of my way.
I gotta.
Bitch, give me
no, I have witnesses. You don't understand. Oh, fuck. I just lit myself on fire. No, but... no, but there was literal people there that seen it and was even like, damn, she's a pussy.
Did you just pull a fucking Richard Pryor?
Yeah, I just set the whole place on fire. The whole house. Whoopsie. I burnt the shit out of myself more than anything. You gonna go back to bed or something?
Yeah, probably.
Well, don't sleep like that. You're gonna hurt your fucking neck. Damn. Jesus Christ.
The fuck is going on here? Please record it. You guys remember the Richard Pryor joke where he burns himself, turns himself on fire? It's funny.
Motherfucker, that wasn't a joke. He does that shit for real. That wasn't a joke. He really set himself on fucking fire.
No. I know, but he jokes about it.
Freebasing.
Yeah.
I did set myself on fire. Shut up. I got a blister brewing on my hip. There's a literal blister brewing on my hip as we speak as I hit myself with my own cigarette.
So, you never watched Richard Pryor, huh?
Who?
Richard Pryor.
Who?
Could have learned something.
Yeah, learn how to not smoke a cigarette while laying down, I guess. Yeah, probably. Hold on, I'm about to connect to my other source so I can use headphones and shit.
Word.
So I might be disappeared for a minute, but come right back. We'll see. Hold on. Let me get my shit set up.
Yeah. Give us your number just in case we got to call the fire department.
You know where I'm at. Shut up. Hey, tell Kaylee to put the link in the live again because it's not showing up on my iPad.
Heard that. Heard it.
Don't put my name, twin. Please.
She's trying to be
Hey, she done showed your fucking face.
I'm trying to be incognito. I don't care about my
With
face. That doesn't mean it's my name.
Oh, you fucking twat.
Hey, don't call me that. That's Stevie's name.
You fucking crotch cricket.
I'm a crotch goblin.
No, crotch critter. That's what I call my kid.
Which one are we looking for? Friends beware.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute this for just a second.
You're retaining water? Are you on your fucking period, fumbler?
Who
is this? Oh, I don't like this guy. He pissed me off yesterday. I don't even want to fucking talk about that shit.
What?
That fucking fake ass fucking wannabe goddamn pathologist, pathological liar. That's what it is.
Oh my goodness. Damn. Is he up in here?
No, they were talking about. Fuck no, he better not be. He'll yeet his ass.
About the site.
That's what I was saying. It's like I had
fucking
it on.
Piece of
I
shit.
still got it on mute, so it's not like I was blasting it out there.
Huh. Fumbler, bananas would be good for cramping.
Not those kind of cramps. You just need to fucking mind it all and to go to bed.
How'd your coat out?
Bitch.
Well, no, seriously, my pain tolerance is so motherfucking crazy. I have to take.
I can't.
Well, my pain tolerance is so bad, I could take a whole package of Midol and still not feel nothing.
Fucking A.
Well, also, when I was only 17, had one of my ovaries and fallopian tubes removed via C-section with an epidural and all. And so my cramps are way motherfucking worse than a normal shit. You know what I mean? It's like I only got one ovary left.
Word. Sorry.
Well, a lot of people I know, they say, like a lot of people I know that've been through this after a 5-year period or even before, they lose their second one. And I've been over my 5-year mark so far, and I'm kind of scared. Because I do want to have kids of my own, so if I lose this other one, I'm fucked.
Right. Are you eating something?
No, I was drinking beer. I party like a real grown up without people.
Should I explain, or do
I
you
don't
want
need
to?
15-year-olds at my house to drink.
Oh, Ruben is a serial killer, and his trigger is chewing on panel.
Oh no, mine was just drinking. I was just kind of choking on it.
That's why I'm always
I
muted,
took
so
too
I don't
big of a
get
drink.
stabbed.
I took too big of a drink, and that's why I was kind of like, And also, my sinus has been fucking with me like a bitch. The allergy. No, listen, there's been allergy warnings every fucking day in this area. And I'm highly allergic to grass alone. And when they mow, or when anyone mows within this motherfucking vicinity, and I just passing by it, if my window's just slightly cracked, I will go into a sinus infection and shit. Like one time, me and a group of friends was just laying down on a blanket and had a projector screen on the side of the house, like watching a movie. And fucking, my whole throat closed just from being so close to the grass. I wasn't even touching it. Crazy.
What the fuck?
They was doing a screenshot roundup or some shit, and I was like, man, if only they knew what Kaylee had. Be like 1,000+ pictures posted.
I ain't doing that shit again. Ain't nobody getting my work.
Girl, you need to live in a bubble. Who's that meant to,
Right?
Fumbler?
You live allergic to fucking grass, bitch. It's everywhere.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, duh. That's what he meant. Because
I'm
it just
allergic to
it
fucking
said it.
pine needles, and that's how I feel. You want to know what's
Well,
all in
no,
my fucking yard?
listen. Cedar trees. I'm
Do I know them?
highly.
I mean, I met a couple.
Okay, listen. Back where I used to live, there were cedar trees out front, and a tornado had hit us and fucking destroyed the whole area. Basically, it only luckily tore the roof, but made every tree in the yard go down. And they was all cedar, so when we was cleaning it up, I had a really bad severe allergic reaction. And it turns out my brothers are also allergic as fuck to cedar. Was showing what it told me a long time ago. Like I might have a possibility of it at least. Assholes. TikTok coming for you. What? Hush up to him, Mama. I know I need to live in a bubble. I'm sorry. You're allergic to everything, missing half your guts and flammable, apparently. Do y'all see that in the comments, Ruben?
What's that?
Fumbler said you're allergic to everything, miss half your guts and flammable, apparently. That movie made me laugh. That was great. He ain't wrong though. I always burn myself somehow, just like smoking a cigarette. I always end up burning myself. I'm allergic, and I am allergic to everything. I'm allergic to pollen. I'm allergic to cedar. I'm allergic to grass. I'm allergic to any fucking allergen in the air, period. And I'm also allergic to bees and Benadryl. Highly allergic to Benadryl. They gave it to me in the hospital via IV one time, and it was a huge allergic because it through the IV it hits instantly, and it was a huge mess. I had such a bad severe allergic reaction to it. Like my whole body went into rashes and everything. It was fucked up. Someone could have involved all to keep secret, because if not all fall, funny that property owners will lose that one. Probably all of them covering it up. Ain't wrong. I'm sure. What my theory is some jealousy between guys, as in you know who, and some
Who the
shit
fuck
went
is Jade?
down. And I'm pretty sure it's a sister. Anyway,
Of
my point.
Jasmine?
I think so. But anyway, my point
This
is that
bitch.
because I was replying to that comment. Because my point is like, yeah, the dudes probably did it and scared the lifeless shit out of them girls to fucking help cover it up. I mean, I'm not saying it's
No,
a
I
for
think
sure
them bitches are the
100%,
ones who
but
did it. I think them bitches did it.
well, yeah, I mean, someone got jealous over somebody. You know what I mean?
I think Jack was getting that ass whooped, and I think they all jumped in
Well,
because
that's
they're
what
a
I'm
bunch of little
saying. It was
bitches.
just a whole jealousy thing. That was my point.
But I don't think anybody really had a problem with him but Jack. And that's because Jack slept with Noah's girlfriend. So apparently, there's animosity in the air.
Yeah.
Or ex-girlfriend, should I say.
Do you
That
need me to
Phelan chick.
pop? Do you need me to popcorn read, or does Ruben need to struggle? You want me to read it?
Oh, this bitch turned off the call. Where is he? Is he still here?
I'm right here.
Well, I was saying I could read it better than him. Fucking Eddie told me you read it next time, so I was like, I will. So, do you want me to read it?
By all means.
Since there are so many damn investigators out in these different groups, y'all hear rumors and then spread them even more like wildfire. Justin has no idea what the fuck he's talking about, and he sure has a lot to say. Give this investigation more time, and the truth will come to light. Until you knew who. Oh, you fucked up. Hold on. Where was I at? Until you knew how Noah was when he was partying and drunk. You don't know anything about that side of him. Everyone is talking and continuing to post these rumors and accusations isn't helping anyone. When you scrolled, it kind of fucked me up a little bit. Next time I'll tell you to scroll. So I don't get lost. That kind of screwed me up.
Excuses.
We aren't worried about any of the rumors y'all are saying, just a bunch of lies. My sister is innocent. They found him alone on the highway with no cameras around. How long do you think it's going to take? Nobody has come forward, so they have no lead. If you watch any type of investigation shows, you know it takes the investigators time. Sure seem worried. I'm not worried about anybody. I know it's your sister, but you were not there. How do you honestly know she's innocent? Again, you were not there. But again, someone at the party, one time or another, killed Noah. So that means everyone at the party is a suspect. That's just how it is. Then they cleaned up the whole house. Why? How am I doing, Eddie? You still here? Calm it down. You're so obsessed with the story of
Doing
them
great.
cleaning up the whole house. Obviously, someone killed him, or he'd still be here. I know my sister, the heart she has, and how much she loved and adored Noah. No way in hell she would ever hurt him. But what if she was scared into it by the guys? That's my thing in my brain.
Where does it say that? No, I'm just kidding.
And I agree, but everyone is a suspect until it's solved. Just the way it is. And there's so much that don't make sense. Like, why did the kids call their parents before 911? And yes, cleaning up the house is very suspicious. I'm sorry, it is. And it was more than just beer bottles. All the alcohol and weapons from the house was removed. Scroll down. As well. Why? And I heard all of this from someone there. Straight up told me these things. I'm going to stop there because Caleb literally posted. Y'all remember he posted on Facebook about how he removed the guns, right? Y'all remember that, right?
It wasn't
Yep.
it said that the Renee moved them?
Yeah, Renee took him to Caleb's house.
Yeah.
Well, either way, Caleb was involved. That's what I was okay. And
Yeah.
I heard all of this from someone there. Straight up told me these things. For their protection, will not mention the name, as they are terrified, but the whole house was cleaned up. You really don't think that's suspicious? That is ridiculous to even say, and points to guilt. You were not at the party, so you don't know anything that happened. You weren't either. As I don't, but I'm not protecting anyone here like you are. Again, it gets solved. They are all suspects. Noah is the only victim in all of this, Jade. Think about him and his family. Also, why did Jasmine delete all her social media posts about the night and text and videos? Yes, that happened too. We were following the party and then it all went silent. Again, what time was Renee called and what time did she show up? Those are simple questions. Why don't you answer? Why? Jasmine didn't delete anything but that picture that everyone keeps posting. She still has everything. You're probably just blocked because of all the bullshit you keep posting. As of time, I'm not sure. She'd be the one to ask because it's her phone and not mine. So not sure how I know the times. See, point proven. She wasn't even she wasn't even there. Not sure why any of that matters besides the fact that you're just so obsessed with the thought in your oh, you got me lost now. Not sure. Not why any of that matters besides the fact that you're so obsessed with the thought in your head. Time did she help shower Noah? Not sure what time. Again, I wasn't there. But to my knowledge, it was before he got upset and walked off. Leads! I'm so obsessed with finding out what happened with Noah. When I saw my son cry for 4 hours, it just lit a fire inside of me to find the truth and get justice for him. You have to step back and take your family out of the equation and open up your eyes, Jade. There's a lot of suspicious things that just don't add up. Actually, a lot. Oh, okay. Actually, a lot of them. And stories have changed multiple times. You're blinded because you have family involved. Take off those blinders and look at the whole picture. It's definitely not looking good for everyone there at the party. And honestly, I really hope it's none of our family or Jack or some of the wrestling boys. I really hope it was the Texas boys or some random drive-by, but the evidence does not support that. The scenarios point to someone at the party that may have left, or they may have left them and came back. I have to like fucking spell check all these people to make it make sense. But I saw Noah. He looked beat up. Where his body was found, there was very little blood for the injuries he had. Multiple people, including his dad, said he was dumped there like a dog. Whomever did this is evil, but even said, he was murdered too. At least you were on the same page there, and now who was it? And I'm sorry, cleaning up the house is suspicious to me, especially when a dead body was found that was partying at the house all night. There's thousands of people that'll kill family members or friends every single year. You never know what someone drunk on and or on drugs is capable of. That would make more sense. I'm just saying. And we are following her Snapchat at the river that night. It didn't get deleted. Everything was gone. Or it did get deleted. Everything was gone. Hopefully
At the
pictures will come
river?
out soon.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of like. That's what tripped me out. I
At
was
the
like, wait a
river?
minute. Yeah, that's what I was like. Wait a minute. That's why I stopped myself.
That fucking
Hey, do
squawk
y'all
box said
think I
something
read
about the
better than
river.
Ruben? Where's Eddie at? Where's Eddie at? Y'all think you think I read better, way better than Ruben? Come on now, tell me, Eddie.
Well,
Make an
you
opinion.
have an unfair advantage. You're from that fucking place.
Right?
It's not unfair advantage. I could just read. I'm reading the same comments Ruben reads all the time, but he struggles through.
But Ruben speaks proper English.
I do too.
That's not proper English, girl.
Why do you think I added a few extra words in there?
Yeah, that's editing it. Because it's not coming out as plain English as it's typed.
Well, yeah, clearly. That's why I'm like, and when they forget to add the fucking and because they're stupid. So, I think I have a fair game.
I rest my case.
Fuck you, Ruben. You can't read. Where you at? Where you at, Eddie?
He's hiding in the bushes. But no, this is interesting. So they were at the river?
Girl, you speak Okie like I do, but we can read, baby. Twin mama, I'm not from Oklahoma. I'm from Texas. I'm sorry,
what is this?
I'm not no
We're at the
Okie.
river.
It was just cheaper living at one point in time, but I ain't no damn Okie.
He's gonna yeet your ass as soon as you type in chat.
Texas. Type in chat.
He's gonna yeet your ass as soon as you type in chat.
Well, how am I supposed to type in chat from here? It doesn't give me an option to.
Whose other fucking panel is he on?
Oh, shit.
Let me find out.
All I know is I could read better, Eddie. Fuck you.
He's gonna yeet your ass.
Hey, you can't eat me. I'm a very good, important part of this. You can't eat me.
And we were following Snapchat at the river that night.
She said, "Oh, thank God, I was just being nice." Texas sucks.
It get
That's
deleted.
even worse.
It did get deleted. Everything was gone. Hopefully the truth will come out soon.
Yeah.
Around midnight, he got...
Around midnight, he got showed after the ATV accident. You should have known this information.
What is that?
If you were
What are they
going
trying to say?
Defending.
What are they trying to say? He got
defending
showered.
Your sister. The picture was at 3:41 a.m. She was still wet though.
He got showered after the ATV, even though it says showed.
Or was he in this fucking river? Now that's a factor.
Yeah. The river ain't very far from the fucking property.
Why have I never heard this before?
I don't know. I don't know if there's a leadway down there or not that's easily accessible. I can't say for certain, but I do know there's river access from looking at the maps.
Well, no, but we were just reading in the screenshots from Jack. He says something about being at the river.
They definitely could have been earlier than not. Could have been where the ATV, like if that accident really did happen. It could have been where it happened. But listen, I've
Huh.
had so many ATV accidents on the Red River, and I can tell you right motherfucking now. I mean, I've rolled bitches, I've flipped bitches, I've done everything. That sand doesn't do shit to you. You know what I mean? And I've rolled over doing over 60 miles an hour on the sand. You know, the sand is actually a softer landing than regular ground. Believe it or not, I know sand seems tough, but it really isn't. It really fucking isn't. Hold on, I'm gonna mute my shit because I go to the bathroom. My God.
Please do. You should have known this. What do they mean by you should have known this information if you were going to be on and defending your sister? She was still wet though. Huh.
Well, if you look at what the video that Kaylee got from that random person fucking the other day, that you would see that fucking like the not the post. I really do think the post is like some old rust or maybe paint chip, but the rest of it, like on her shirt, definitely looks like wet spots. Her eyebrow could just be dirt, but the shirt is what gets me. The shirt is what gets me the most. You don't want back to front, Eddie. If you was a girl, you'd know. Hey, did you hear me just wash my hands? At least I do that. Bet you don't.
Yeah, put some water on that burn.
And soap. I don't wash my hands with just water, motherfucker. Okay, do I need to read anything else? Because this is the same thing.
Picture at 341. So what? Okay, you were saying that Jack was saying something about the river.
Oh shit! We didn't miss a meal. Oh, I thought I was gonna read it. I didn't. Do you want me to read it? Do you want me to read this?
Go ahead.
Or
Yeah,
no?
go ahead.
Okay. And he wasn't injured. Okay. I can't see that top part, but something. I think Noah as a brother, I would assume it said. I can't see because the thing on my screen, but. And he wasn't injured after the side-by-side wreck. There was like 5 other people on it with him. Other person. Is it true that he was showered? Why exactly did they give him a shower? If so, that's kind of strange. But I guess if he needed one, then it makes sense. And Jack says no. One had to completely give him a shower. He was just drunk and stumbling. He wasn't the only one they showered. They were dirty from flipping the side by side. Other person. We're talking eating throughout that weekend or just straight drinking. We didn't miss a meal, Jack said. We didn't just stay drunk all weekend or have big parties every day. Bullshit. We were just a little group of friends hanging out, going to the river and stuff. And then that night, other people
Boom.
got invited. Yeah, exactly. That's why I slowed down. Other people got invited because it was a holiday and birthday. Other person. Those guys from Texas, right? Do you think they were cool or they were strange? Did they hit a pig on the way home? But it really turned out to be Noah. Jack says, honestly, I'm not sure. I'm just trying to let the police work. Yeah, you know why? Because they covered their ass, allegedly. Sorry, I had to. I couldn't. I look at the whole picture. Honestly, don't refer to us as family or our family. Nah, you were supposed to be family. But with all this, you were nothing to us. You saw Noah how. How did he look beat up? Did you see his body? And the injuries he had. Tons of people are saying 100 different things that could have happened to him. How do you know around what time everything happened? You said it yourself. Drunk people don't pay attention to time. So where did you get that? I'm going to defend my sister from every motherfucker on here bashing her or who has her name in their mouth. You think maybe her shirt wasn't wet and maybe it was a shadow? Do you stop and really think about what you put on social media before posting away? Oh my, and that's we are. Well, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, goddamn. He typed this weird. Oh my, and that's we are. We are. That was a tongue twister. Holy shit. Even if she was guilty of something, you would defend her no matter what. Got you, and I'm only here for Noah. He's the victim, not you or your family. Yes, I saw Noah at the funeral home. Did you? Because he looked very beat up, and I have talked to several witnesses that saw him on the road and said he looked very badly, and it looked. Wait, where was that at? And he looked. Fuck, I lost it because this. If I could scroll on my own, I wouldn't get so lost. Anyway, witnesses saw him on the road that said he looked very badly, and it looked like it was staged. His own father, Victor, said it looked like someone dumped him like a dog. One of the very first responders immediately said, "This absolutely is not a hit and run." Another added up, and there was hardly no blood for the injuries he had. Those are facts, not rumors, not made up. She didn't have time to pay attention to time. There was a timestamp on everything. All the pictures and videos have a timestamp. I never said her shirt looked wet. That was very. That was other very keen observers. But looking closely myself, her shirt doesn't appear to be wet. And just great. For the record, I will not stop searching for truth, for justice for Noah. Your sister and mother are suspects in my eyes just because they were there. Everyone there is a suspect until this case is solved. Agreed. This is the only victim. Or the only victim is Noah. Remember, he can't speak for himself, so I got his back again. Yes, I saw Noah. And if you did, you would think the same thing. Anyone on here that saw Noah at his viewing, please post how he looked for Jade. Last simple question for everyone on here, and it's so simple yet you keep dodging it. What time did Jasmine call her mom? And what time did Renee get out there to start cleaning up? You don't want to be suspicious, yet you can't answer easy questions. The suspicion in itself. Good day, fam. I saw him. Very swollen, very sad. If my sister was guilty, I know damn well she'd speak up. Even if it was an accident, she has nothing to hide at all. Obviously, Noah is the victim here. He's gone. That's the obvious. If it was my phone where I could tell you what time they called, I'd answer that for you. If you have any questions, ask my mother or my sister yourself. Yet you haven't tried to ask anything of them. Let me make it clear for you, since you can't understand it. I didn't call my mother, so I don't know the time of any call. Sorry, I had to do that. From what I can remember, which pregnant at the time, so pregnancy brain, my mother called me around 9 a.m. telling me Noah was gone and saying she was heading out to Jasmine, which I looked at 9 a.m. is correct. So I'm not sure where you're getting the story from my mom getting there at 5:30 a.m. I know you didn't call your mom. Don't be a drama queen. You defending your sister here. You can't ask her. And you can't ask your mom what time she got out there. And yes, there are several stories of what time she got out there. So help us clear that up, please. First responder that knows your mom claims she was out there very early. But that can't be right, can it? Simple phone record would easily clear this all up. And I've already stated I don't think Jasmine killed Noah. But personally, I honestly think she knows more than what she said. That's what I'm saying. I think maybe the guys maybe could have scared her into something. You know what I mean? Because being a female is pretty easy to intimidate them. You know what I mean? But anyway.
I beg to differ. You ain't gonna motherfucking intimidate me.
Well, yeah, but you never know. Everybody's feelings is different. Every brain,
They gonna intimidate
everything
you?
is different. Yeah, not me, but I'm just saying, you don't know
They
how
ain't intimidating Stevie.
well, I'm just saying personally, you don't know how vulnerable a fucking how old is Jasmine? Like 21, 20? Yeah, that's what I was like.
Stevie's got her back. What she got to be scared of?
Yeah.
Stevie's only got her back probably because he's covering for her allegedly.
Right. They're only intimidated after the fact.
Well, not covering for her, but Jasmine covering for Stevie.
Intimidated. By intimidated, you mean their own, like they're having the repercussions on their own life, like getting in trouble or losing their licensing.
Well, no, I'm saying
I don't think it's
intimidation, like as in maybe the family is threatening to, boom them
or maybe just the fact that they know who they are and how powerful they are. Maybe they don't even have to verbally make the threats. Just the fact that they know what they're capable of.
Well, I'm thinking some of these people, like Caden was pretty fucking brave putting that shit on there. And ever since then, he's been getting death threats, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying there wasn't a murder involved. I'm just saying the girls that was there. I'm not saying Carter specifically, but I'm saying like other girls.
I am
like Jasmine and them. Like they could have been so scared. Like they could have been like they had guns out there. For all we know, they just put a gun to her head. You know what I mean?
Talking.
Because I'd really hope she didn't get a tattoo to go to prison. I'm just saying.
Where did you read that?
What did I read? What? I was just saying that fucking. No, I was just saying because I mean, young, naive girls, and especially with weapons being involved, she could have been intimidated as fuck. You know what I mean? Like nothing she could do unless she wanted to die too, type of thing. I'm not saying, you know what I mean? I'm not saying she's guilty, but I'm saying like, what if she was intimidated to the point where she was scared for her life and just wanted to make it the fuck out of that party? You know what I mean?
You get the fuck out of that party and you go to the authorities. And
listen, yeah, that's another thing. I mean, for all we know, she has been. They don't release everything, but if it was me in that situation and I had like motherfucking bunch of dudes ganging up on me, I ain't gonna lie. Yes, if I had a bunch of dudes with weapons, like between the guns, golf clubs, and whatever.
Not everyone will have the same story either because not everyone.
Well, yeah, no, none of them have the same story to
begin
with. Yes, but I'm just saying, if I was a female getting threatened by a bunch of dudes,
the whole time at the party, you have people inside.
Yeah. Well, no, my point is just like if she hasn't talked to fucking law enforcement, that's fucked up. Because obviously she clearly, because 3:41 it's posted. You know what I mean? Like, and Jack even said he was dead at 4 a.m. How would he know that if the fucking ambulance wasn't even called yet or the law enforcement or nothing? You know what I mean?
Games, different stuff.
Well, I'm just saying if I had like dudes with weapons in front of me, like a big group of them, yeah, I would hide out for a minute, but I damn sure tell law enforcement and get me some protective custody. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's something she probably didn't do because she's young and naive and doesn't know what the fuck to do. Because, I mean, not every person her age is mature.
Obviously, up at a party right now around the same exact time Noah died.
It's like she could have been so timid by the family. Because, like I said, I don't know if fucking YouTube live and literally
That's
I
very
made a comment,
suspicious.
not even mention nobody's name, period. I wasn't even
Also,
talking shit. I was just like, hey, the family said
social
this.
media.
And I got a comment saying,
And
you
what
may be
time was
next.
she
And I'm like,
called?
ugh.
And what time did she show up? Those are simple questions you don't want to answer. Why?
Oh, wait, hold on. Twin mama.
Exactly
The
true.
clothing that was given to each guilty party is not proven. They could have just burnt it for all we know. Because his wallet or nothing has been found. I'm just saying. Besides his phones, the family,
I
Aunt
was
Robin
pregnant at
said
the
that
time.
he
So
left
I didn't go to
the
any
old phone at
parties
home.
like I used to with my sister. I don't drink or smoke either. So that also played a part in it. As to your thoughts, I think about the Texas boys too. If the kids here are all saying they know nothing, where were they? I'm not sure a lot of people knew them. I'd have to walk to my sister and I'd have to talk to my sister and see what she knew about them, if anything. Who's this speaking right now? Or typing or whatever.
Jay Malone, I'd assume, considering all the replies.
Jasmine's sister.
So, how many sisters does she have?
I'm better at it, Eddie. You know it.
At least 2 or 3. I think, and a brother. Maybe 2 or 3 brothers. She got several.
I'm pretty fucking drunk and I can read better.
Um,
I'm sorry I had to reply to Eddie. He's funny. I like him.
so Jade is saying that so how much older or younger is Jade? She's saying she was
Look at her
pregnant at the
profile and see
time.
about info and see if it has her birthday. That's what I do if
Well,
I'm curious
she's
about
saying that
age.
she was pregnant at the time. She wasn't there
Oh,
at the
she's
party.
if it's a pregnant one, she's older than Jasmine. I know for sure.
Then
No, I
how
don't
is
know about how
she able
much,
to?
but she's definitely older. Because Jasmine came after her, I know for sure, but not.
And how can she say
I don't know
anything
the
about
age
it if
gap.
she wasn't there?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because she even said in a few other comments, like she was full blown pregnant and wasn't there. So it was like, how do you know anyone's telling the truth then if you weren't there? Like your own sister could be lying to you. I've witnessed that shit in my life. I know what you know what I mean. Your own family will lie to your face. It's a fact. I'm just saying. Even if it's out of intimidation or guiltiness. He said, keep up the good work and I might accept you into the group. What a. Wait! I've been good the whole time, Eddie. Get out of here. This is a read on your own now, Eddie. Punishment. Talking shit about me.
Yeah, what happened? You stopped reading.
Well, you was reading, and I didn't know if you was going to continue on, so I stopped.
You give your opinion after you read.
See, that wasn't a hit and run. Someone at the
Go ahead.
party knows.
Keep reading.
Cummins.
You give my eyes a break, so I need it.
I'm pretty drunk, so this is fucked up. I mean, if she wanted me to read, she'd slow down, I'd assume. So she can just tell me when she wants me to read.
Now, bitch.
Fuck you. You're right. Someone does know, just not my sister. They panicked and cleaned the house. Are you serious? You really don't know anything about what was seen on the highway or any of that? If they killed him in the house, and then everyone at the party would have known and definitely would speak up about what they saw. That's not the case. Why in the world do you think that's even a thought? Like, are you for real? How ridiculous does that sound for real? She's told the police and investigators all that she knows. he did something to cause his death, and we cleaned the house and moved the body. Now, be for real, Justin. One, I wasn't even there due to me being pregnant, or I would have drove there the morning I got the call. Two, again, this just sounds ridiculous. Everyone is different when they drink. Nobody at all said he did something to cause somebody to kill him. Cleaning up beer cans and beer bottles from the yard, I didn't know that was such a big thing. People normally pick up the cans and bottles the next morning. I'm not sure where you got the bleach smell and everything else from, but you pulled it from somewhere. Oh, Donna, she been salty on it. She ain't afraid. So what time did Jasmine call Renee and what time did she show up? Simple question. Also, why did Jasmine delete all her social media posts about that night and the text messages and videos? Yet, yes, that happened too. We were following the party and then it all went silent. Again, what time was Renee called and what time did she show up? Those are simple questions. Why don't you want to answer? Why? I got some good commentary behind it with the voice. Wait, what did we skip? Oh, we skipping through? Just tell me where to read. On this one? Okay.
Yeah,
They
I'm just
have not.
reading Jasmine and Jade, or Justin and Jade.
Okay. They have not answered that. Or they have not answered that. In fact, none of them will answer what time they called their parents and what time their parents showed up. None of them. Always a let the field excuse. Justin, how many times when you were a teenager did your parents come to a party before daylight and start cleaning up the mess you just made? Or you made, just asking. Why were there blood? Why were there alcohol and firearms? I don't know where the fuck it just seemed. My eyes. Removed from the property. Who removed them and what time did the person that removed these items arrive? Never. I would never call them. I'd get beat up. Parents and other people were on scene long before law enforcement. Were his clothes ever recovered? Blah, blah. Oh. What about the clothes that he took off of him while he showered? Where are those? Like I said earlier, you keep going. Less I gotta read the better. Like I said, I'm drunk. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, I'm back now. Just wherever you want me to start reading. I think since Noah was found on the road, they didn't know about the house party just yet. And out of jurisdiction, I believe. Did the lady clean up the house? No, Noah was dead and that he had been at the party. Yes. Why would grown woman clean up knowing that it could be a crime scene? Very suspicious. Something is being covered up. And that's why we have our suspicions about them. But the attack and then the play victims, as you can see in these posts, like poor me, we didn't do anything and don't know what happened. Or don't know anything yet. We cleaned the whole house up. But we are the bad guys for asking questions. But since you're on here, what time did Jasmine call Renee? And what time did she get out there? Very simple question. Oh, yeah, keep going. This shit kind of trips me out. Why not call 911 instead of family? No shit. $1 million question. Family members were called first for some reason. Probably to save someone's ass. Sad. 100%. So, weird. 911 call was already made before anyone found out Noah was passed. Bullshit, because there was a post made at 5:15 a.m. for it. Bullshit. I ain't gonna finish reading that one. Is there any new, like something new on here yet? Because this is like 8 weeks ago. I know there was some drama earlier, but I don't know if it progressed or not. God, these people give me a headache.
There's that mention of the river again.
Yeah, I seen that.
And
Ruben, take over. I'm pretty drunk, Ruben. You gotta take over for just. I did do a lot for being really drunk. Eddie, Eddie, I'm drunk and I read better than him sober. You can't be mad at all. Because he told me in the last live, you take over reading next then. And I was like, okay. But I'm drunk and doing it. Ruben is high on life. Oh, Roddy Parade. If I'm saying that right, sorry if I said it wrong. But yes, the river is way big enough for multiple boats. The river is fucking massive. I'm just saying. Someone asked about the river. So.
Becky Cummings.
There's this app you can download and view every property. You get a 7-day free trial without putting anything in. And it's called Land Guide. And you can see everything everyone owns and even hit the search bar. Better than the websites you've been hitting. I'm just saying, Kaylee. I figured it out. I went down a rabbit hole. Well, Puff Muffin, that's what I was saying. The Land Guide app I have on my phone, it shows you everything throughout the whole United States. 7 days free. You don't even have to sign up for a trial. No card info, no nothing. It just lets you use it for 7 days free automatically. That's how I found all the property. It was just on the map. And it was all under the same coincidental fucking name. Sure, you know what the name is, Puff, because you've been around long enough. Fire Department Chief.
Bub?
Who? I didn't say nothing.
So apparently they asked AI based off of the fucking timeline that's out there, like what they think happened, and they said, "Oh, thanks for sharing this detailed scenario. Based on the information provided, it appears that Noah's death is a tragic and complex case involving a party, arguments, and potential cover-up. Here are some key points and observations."
That's like the best one I've seen that actually makes sense.
Says
Just
multiple
right off the bat.
altercations. Noah had a heated argument with Jack involving pushing, slapping, and disputes over girls, Carter Combs and Phelan. Party dynamics. Noah was written on with permanent markers, and there were instances of horseplay, drinking, and dancing. Discrepancies in timelines. Jack reported Noah's death at 4 a.m., but the body was found later, and truck drivers had already discovered the body between 5 and 5:30. Suspicious behavior. Jack showed no emotion, took Noah's shorts, and returned with a different pair. Caleb produced a tooth, claiming to have found it on the ground. Cleanup and evidence tampering. Renee arrived, removed guns, and initiated a cleanup. Golf clubs went missing, and partygoers' phones and social media were wiped clean.
I have a question, though.
What
if the wife was involved? Unless she was hidden from it because CN was fucking one of the bitches. But other than that, what if RN was involved? That kind of speculates some shit. It's all weird. Because considering he said, I took my wife's car.
That is bizarre. Why would you take your wife's car if you were going out on the boat?
Because the boat was allegedly already hooked up to the truck, but it was like...
Yeah, but why would you not continue on that trip?
Well, who the fuck is going to go on a 6 a.m. fishing trip after a 4-day fucking bender? Not me.
And then supposedly Noah was going, and then supposedly Carter was supposed to be going too. Bullshit.
I wouldn't even be able to hold a 4-day bender. And I'm just as old as them motherfuckers. I wouldn't be able to do a whole 4-day bender. So much less go fishing after. Unless I'm puking off the dock.
And why would you be worried about a fucking hat?
Well, Noah had a hat and it was gone. I wonder if his hat had a bunch of blood in it. Think about it.
Or that was his way to tell Caleb, like, make sure my hat's not left. Like, make sure you get that, you know?
Well, no, remember Noah had a hat on in the videos. The night of the party.
So did Jack, though.
That he died. Yeah, but,
right, so did Jack.
But Noah's hat was never recovered. So
neither was his wallet. Right.
Now that's why I'm saying I wonder if that hat comment was get the hat off Noah's body. You know what I mean? In case there was blood in it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of his blood could have been in that hat for all anyone fucking knows. I mean, you know. It's all bizarre because nobody can keep a straight fucking story. Even though they say they're innocent, but they can't keep a straight story. That's what fucks me up.
These injuries suggest a severe and catastrophic event, likely involving extreme force, such as a high-speed impact or violent assault. The combination caused immediate incapacitation. Whoa. Please note that I'm AI and I'm not a medical professional. Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, but the internal incapacitate, you know what I mean? How is he going to move his body from there to the highway if he's already dead? Make that make sense. I'm just saying, internal decapitation will kill you immediately. So, how the fuck did he walk a mile and a half? Like, that makes no sense at all.
The severity of the injury suggests that it may not have been an accident. Also point towards a potentially violent encounter. It's crucial to note that the thorough investigation, including police inquiry and forensic analysis, is necessary to determine whether this was homicide or accident. Remember, blah, blah, blah. What weapons could have been used to cause these injuries? Blunt objects, baseball bats, crowbars, hammers, rocks, or large stones, vehicles. A car or truck could have caused this severe head injury or neck injury, especially if Noah was struck or run over. Sports equipment, a golf club, or other heavy sports equipment could have been used to inflict the injuries. Heavy tools or machinery, construction equipment, or heavy machinery could have caused these severe injuries. Based on the injuries and circumstances described, individuals involved could potentially face charges related to homicide, murder in the first degree, murder in the second, assault and battery with a deadly weapon, assault with battery with intent to kill, manslaughter in the first degree, manslaughter in the second degree, conspiracy, and accessory to a crime. The sentences that carry murder in the first degree, life imprisonment, or the death penalty. Murder in second degree, up to life. Manslaughter, up to life. Manslaughter, up to life. Assault with battery, life. Conspiracy. If the underlying offense is a felony, the conspirator is punishable by imprisonment in the penitentiary for a term not exceeding 1/2 of the longest term preceded upon a conviction for underlying offense. So life. Yeah, at least. So that would probably be why they're not talking. Nuts. That's cool.
I literally turn everything off in the whole fucking house all the time. Jesus. Can't stand it. Oh, my legs. I hurt. Dove Hunt on party weekend.
Yeah.
Exactly. Roddy or Roddy. I don't want to say it wrong.
Roddy.
You got a point. It was said, why would you clean up and move guns at a time like that if you're innocent? Ain't wrong right there. Ain't wrong at all. I heard from a rumor down the grapevine they still got married. If you know who. Can't confirm it, but I heard down the grapevine of some family of theirs. That I didn't know was family until I was talking about it. I was like, what the fuck? Well, Eddie, they couldn't possess the alcohol to begin with, that they was under the age of 21. And 90%, 95, maybe even 98% of the mothers were under 21. Easily. Yeah, Puff. I mean, I agree. Could have walked in on you know who doing you know who, and then didn't want the wife to find out, and then boom, 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 boom. You never know. Could have easily went back home to load up the boat as a cover up, and then came back because whatever happened between 3:30 in the morning and 5:53 is unknown. That's fact. It's literally unknown. Unless someone does know and they just ain't saying shit. I'm not gonna stay on here too much longer though, because I'm starving. Haven't ate anything. Well, I have, but not much today. My fat ass says I'm hungry. Is Rupert even still here? Well, Eddie, if you could even spell my fucking name right. Please don't. Don't spell my name right. I'm trying to be anonymous. My name ain't Kayla, though, so that's good.
Okay, see, this is the shit that I try to make sense. So this says we have a timeline from 3 a.m. Witnesses Noah in the kitchen with 5 others before going to sleep. Then OHP determined Noah's death at 4 a.m. But Jack goes back to the house and announces Noah is gone at 5:15. What the hell happened in that tiny little window of an hour and then between 4 a.m. and 5:15? Is that what we are to believe, or am I missing or out something? But it might really be between 3:15 and 5:15. Remember, Caden doesn't even recall anything about a rollover. So this says update. It's all about timeline. All phones went silent at 3:14 a.m. It appears what happened or took place was Caden saw Noah in the kitchen around 3, and then 3 on the Snapchat of Will is missing. Then we have the casino witness at 4 a.m. seeing an ATV around where Noah was found, and 2 pings from a phone at 5:15. Jack comes bursting in, declaring Noah's dead, according to Caden. 3:15 to 5:15, what took place, including time for a shower, lead out, and body beating, and setting the stage scene for HR.
Damn.
So that's a 2-hour window.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's a good little botch right there. Is all I gotta say. I'm probably about to hop off here though, because I'm starving to death.
Alright.
I've been drinking too much. At least I party alone and not with 15-year-olds, but allegedly.
Yeah, that's a plus.
Alright, y'all have a good night, everybody in the chat. Mwah.
Alright, thanks for coming up.
You're welcome. Bye.
There ain't none. Not worth reading. That's why it's just drama now. People speculating and attacking each other for speculating. Ain't nothing going on now. Just drama. Yeah, we already read that. Nothing. Yep, nothing. Nothing.
Noah, today. Hi everyone, and welcome to this investigation into the unsolved case of Noah. Today, we'll be taking a deep dive into the inconsistencies and potential leads that have emerged so far. Initial investigation or journey begins with the discovery of Noah's body. A crucial question rises. Were his injuries consistent with the story of a hit-and-run accident? Examining the wounds will be paramount in determining the cause of death. Witness inconsistency. As we delve into witness statements, discrepancies begin to surface. For instance, Caleb Newton mentioning the UTV after finding the body raises a red flag. Why would the UTV be checked unless it's connected to the injuries? Additionally, details from the reported hit-and-run incident need to be thoroughly vetted against the autopsy report and other accounts. The hit-and-run story under scrutiny. The severity of Noah's injuries might not align with the explanation of a hit-and-run. There could be a mismatch between the location of the injuries and where the body was found. Furthermore, the amount of blood at the scene might contradict the extent of the wounds. The autopsy report. Autopsy findings hold immense significance. If they contradict the hit-and-run story, it's a major inconsistency that demands further investigation. The UTV and the accident. Let's consider the UTV. If Caleb Newton mentions minimal damage despite it supposedly being involved in a serious accident, it's a cause for suspicion. The UTV's condition could be a crucial piece of the puzzle. Washing the body. A tampering attempt. Witness testimonies regarding whether Noah's body was washed before discovery need clarification. If there's disagreement, it suggests someone might have tampered with evidence, potentially trying to hide something. Investigating the party. The investigation shouldn't neglect the social circle. Were there arguments or tensions between Noah and others throughout the year? Unearthing potential motives is essential. Inconsistencies between witness accounts must also be scrutinized, as they could indicate attempts to manipulate the narrative. A possible theory. The inconsistencies paved the way for a theory to emerge. Could there have been a gradual buildup of conflict culminating in a violent act? Are some witness accounts fabricated to create a self-serving story? These are possibilities that need to be explored. The investigation cannot end here. Several crucial steps need to be taken. Alibi verification for those present at the party during the critical time frame is essential. Forensic analysis of evidence from the scene and Noah's body is vital to uncover hidden details. Searching for additional footage or recordings beyond the mentioned 3:41 a.m. mark could provide missing pieces. Noah's case is far from over. The inconsistencies we've explored demand a thorough investigation. Someone knows what happened, and it's time to tell the truth. Accountability turns pain into peace.
Come on. Yes, come on, Shady. Oh! Damn. Damn.
This range, I will fucking. Dude, I'll just beat the. trust Timmy. I trust Timmy. I trust Timmy. Hit me. Go ahead. See, I wasn't going. Old. What?
Music in
Which one?
Yeah,
We got it.
You see my wiener?
Country pimp. One-on-one. Mike Tyson.
I know.
This race, I will fucking. Dude, I'll just beat the. Kyle was not the best guy to get me.
Like, I'm actually I would just rather you know I'm
No, you slap me. I slap you. As far as I can. No. I do trust you. I trust Timmy. I trust Timmy. I trust Timmy. Hit me. Go ahead. See, I wasn't good. Oh. Which one?
Yeah,
we got it.
You see my wiener?
Country pimp. One-on-one. Mike Tyson.
I know.
Yeah, he's got a small wiener. The chick I call it Lola. She feel like if you ran away, come back home.
Slick full of gas on the floor, tell a bitch that he go ahead.
Yeah, that Glock got it standing like an outlet. How you out, chip? I ain't catch you out yet. I'm so down. It's hard to have sweet dreams when I'm such a nightmare. I don't you ain't even know me. Trust the money involved, but some in not a
I'm a young shot caller, hit placer, bad bitch taker, AK slanging ass gangster, white flash nigga we don't.
I can take the
Wrist piece on bling blow, neck piece on.
somewhere far away.
Let me know, baby. We can even fucking out.
How'd that start?
Someone has to fucking flip the burgers, dumbass.
When you reach like
I'm gonna carry on, cause I'm strong.
Top of millions.
Blow the cab, bet that way the cab go.
Back again with a whole nother set. Since off the game, she gon' throw me some cash. We can fuck if you show me some racks. Ain't giving favors was holding.
I wanna feel you. I want it all.
Hoes mad. Hoes mad.
But at night time, when there was nothing to do, and the house was all empty, I'd always think of Jenny. But at night time, when there was nothing to do, and the house was all empty,
If you could see him now, you'd be proud. Well, you'd think these yuppies. Your funeral was beautiful. I think I heard you coming. If you could see him now, you'd can it? 'Cause I'm a young man after all.